Hello everyone and welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and in today's video we are going to do a blooming gel flower design. It's been a little while since we've done blooming gel flowers and I don't know if I've ever done any that are more spring summer orientated, but I've been seeing them all around on Instagram, so I thought it would be time to give them a go. Now I have already applied some press on nail tips and I've buffed these to remove the shine so that our gel products go on with no issues. And then I'm going to be using the gorgeous RB17 for my base today. This is a really lovely milky pink shade and I'm really loving these kind of more natural milky looking colors at the moment. So I'm going to come in with RB17. I'm going to take a small amount on to my brush. I like to wipe off one side of my brush clean and then half wipe off the other side so that my ball of gel is on the lower half of the brush. I then come in, apply it nice and close to the cuticle, work my way down to the tip to disperse some of that product, and then I'll go back up closer to the cuticle and around those side walls. And then if I can't get as close to that cuticle area as I want with my bottle brush, I will come in with my trusty stripe liner brush, nudge that product slightly closer to the cuticles and sidewalls and pull down to even everything out. And then we're going to repeat that step on all of the nails. Now I really love working with the rubber color bases, especially over press on nails, because they give the nail a lot more strength and structure. Of course, these products are absolutely amazing on the natural nails as well due to those strengthening properties. But then I really love that you've got the color in your base coat, because one, it speeds up your nail time. For example, we're cutting out having to do a second coat of gel color on top of our base coat because the color is there in our base coat. Of course, we're going to do 2 coats of this, but if you were using a clear base, you'd need to do your clear base and then 2 coats of your chosen color. So I do love that this speeds up the process of doing a set of nails, which is brilliant if you are working on clients or in a busy salon. But I really love the consistency of these for bases as well, and they are what I find I reach for the most if I'm wanting a pink or a nude or a milky base over gel polish, just because of those strengthening properties. And they are just such nice color. There is such nice color selections for underneath nail art, because a lot of the time if you're coming in and doing a nail art design, you want your base to be a little bit more subtle so that your nail art pops. And I find that a lot of the colors in the rubber base collection are perfect for this. Now there are so many colors to choose from. There are more of your classic pink and nudes, but then there are quite a few really nice milky shades as well. Like this one is quite a natural milky pink, but then there are some milky peaches. There's one that's got a little bit more of a lilac tone to it, and then there are the more truer milky white colors. And then we've also got some glitters and flake ones, and then there is a classic, like RB01 is a classic white base, which is brilliant if you are coming over the top with your gel polish shades and you want them to pop a little bit more, especially when working with colors like the neons. Anyway, I popped my first coat into Cure, so we're going to come in and apply my second coat, which I do apply very similar to the first. I get as close as I can with my bottle brush and then just gently start pulling that color down towards the tip of the nail. When you are working on natural nails, with your second coat, you can also build up an apex slightly with these as well to give the nail a lot more of a structure to it. For example, similar to when you're doing a builder gel in a bottle overlay. Because I'm working on top of press on nails, I don't want to add a second on the second coat. I don't want to come in and add that apex because it is semi built in with the press on nails, but it's definitely something I love doing when I am doing an overlay. Now when I come to applying that second coat of color, like I said, I'm applying it very similar as the first coat. I do float it on, so I use quite a gentle feathery stroke, and these products self-level a lot quick, like can't get my words out there, they self-level nice and quickly. So if you are applying them where you're building up an apex, they're going to self-level, but if you want to bring that apex kind of into the center of the nail and have the apex running down the spine of your nail, you can hold the nail upside down for a few seconds to help pull that so it's running down the center of the nail. nail. I hope that makes sense. If you do have any questions, or if there's something I've not covered in the video that you would like to know, do pop a comment below and I'll be happy to help. So I've done 2 coats of the beautiful RB17, and like I said, this is a really nice natural color. On nails like this, it kind of gives off a ombre effect, which I really like as well. Now we're going to come in and apply our colors to the palette that we're going to be using for our blooming gel flowers. So I'm going to be using Aqua Waves. This is one of my favorite aqua colors. It's got that hint of blue, but it leans a little bit into a mint green. I absolutely love it. And then I'm really loving a blue and orange combo right now, so I went for Peachy Bum. And then we're going to go in with Peachy Pink as well, because I wanted to use 3 colors so that these did look nice and colorful. Of course, you could use as many colors as you want on these. I'm going to aim to do 3 flowers on each nail, so I just went with 3 colors. But of course, you could do these on like a whole array of rainbow colors. You could do different colors on each nail, just have fun with it. So of course, because we're doing blooming gel flowers, we are going to need our blooming gel. So I've applied a thin, even coat of blooming gel to the entire nail, and then I want these flowers to be on the larger side, so I'm going to take a large dotting tool and I'm simply going to dot in to my gel polish color, grab some on that dotting tool and then dot down, and then I always go in and pick up a little bit more so that I get the same size dot, and then I'm getting the same amount of product, if that makes sense. So they're going to bloom similar. And then we're just doing simple dotting tool flowers. So I'm trying to go in that 5 petal shape for my flower, but I did want some coming off the areas of the nail, so I tried to aim to have 1 flower that was a full flower and then 2 where they were coming off of the nail. Of course, you could play around with this design and really mix it up. You could use a smaller dotting tool and create smaller flowers, or you could just put 1 or 2 on the nail so you don't have any coming off the sides, for example. But I really like that design, as I feel as though it gives a more full print look. I then did pop this straight into Cure because I didn't want it to bloom anymore. It had bloomed as much as I'd wanted it to. Depending on the colors you're using and the design you want to, the design you're doing, sometimes certain colors will bloom faster than others. So you can, if you find that they're blooming quite slowly, you could go in and work on the second nail, and then by the time you finish the second nail, the first nail would have finished blooming, and then you can pop everything into Cure. But with these particular colors I was using and the particular design, I didn't want it to bloom anymore because they would start losing their flower shape and blooming into each other. So I actually found it a lot easier to do 1 nail, Cure, and then move on to the next nail. And I just did a full 30-second cure to make sure everything has cured nicely. And then I repeated that on the second nail, just mixed up where I placed the colours so it didn't look too samey or too matchy. And I really loved how they turned out. Now on the ring finger, I was going to mix up this design and do something different. So I thought I'd leave it in, even though I didn't actually end up keeping this on the nail, because I thought it was a great way to show you guys that if you do make a mistake with your blooming gel design, or like me today, didn't like how the design went, you can wipe it off as long as you wipe it off before coming into Cure. So I did that same step. I applied a thin, even layer of blooming gel to the entire nail, except for here, instead of going in with flowers, I was going to go in using all 3 of the colors and just do a dotted pattern coming down the nail. Now I did really like how this looked, and I think in a mix and match set of nails, this would look really cool. But I just felt as though it didn't work with the flowers, because it kind of looked as though I tried to do some flowers and it had gone wrong. It didn't flow with the rest of the set of nails. I think for this set, it kind of needed to have all of the nails the same, or at least similar. But I did really love how this print turned out, so I left it in the video rather than cutting it out, just so you guys can see different things that you can do with the blooming gel. But all I'm literally doing is 3 dots of each color coming across the nail, and it kind of gives off this colorful crocodile sort of print effect, which I did really like. It just didn't work with the flowers. So if you do a design and you're not happy with it, either your design goes wrong or you don't like it, you just want to take a paper towel towel and either some acetone or some alcohol and simply wipe off. But you do need to do this before curing. If you happen to put the nail into cure and then you want to remove it, you're going to have to file it off, which obviously is a lot longer than just wiping it off with some alcohol. So then anyway, I wanted to finish off the nail design, so I come in with another layer of blooming gel and we're just gonna do the floral print. So again, on this one, I started off with the Peachy Balm and I wanted to make sure I had a flower coming off of an opposite corner so it weren't too matchy. And like I said, all you want to do is load up your dotting tool, by dotting in to that gel polish on your palette, and then doing 5 dots in a flower shape. Or if you're coming off the side of the nail, kind of try and envision where you want the center of your nail to be, because we are going to come in, the center of your flowers to be, because we are going to come in and add the centers on in a moment. Now, if you feel as though you've applied your products too close to the cuticle and they've flooded the cuticle area, because blooming gel does tend to run quite quickly, so when you are applying it, if you happen to touch the cuticle area, the rest of that blooming gel will flow that way quite quickly. So then you just want to take your round nail art brush and a little bit of alcohol and clean up. You want to again make sure that you're doing this before you pop your products into cure, because like I said, it's a lot harder to remove anything gel wise once it has cured. So it's always better to wipe anything off before curing. And I always have my an older round nail art brush to hand that I only use for cleanup, because it's obviously exposed to a lot more acetone or alcohol, so it does dry out the bristles quite quickly. So I just save an older one that's for cleanup, and then no matter what I'm doing on my nails, I will always have that to hand, so that if I do need to do some cleanup, it's very quick and easy to grab, dot into a little bit of alcohol and clean up. So there we have our last blooming gel design finished. So I'm going to pop that nail in for a final 30-second cure, and I really loved how cutesy these turned out. But I did want to add on some gold centers. Now I know gold you don't really ever go around and see flowers with gold centers, but I really loved it for a nail art design. So I went with Hey Honey from the Cat Eye collection. I was going to do this with glitter, but I decided I wanted a solid color. So I'm going to go in again, same size dotting tool as we used with our flowers, and just dot down centers on the ones I can. If there's a flower that's coming off the side of the nail where it wouldn't look right to have a center, I just skipped that one. And then because this is a cat's eye gel polish, you can play around with your magnet and change the effect. So when you place this one down, it has quite a pearlescent effect. If you wave your magnet over the top, you can move that pearlescent effect around, or that magnetic effect around. I actually pushed it all away, so it gave us like these dark honey studded look, and I really loved it. I thought it just added a little something extra. Now you don't have to add in the circle centers if you don't want to. I see lots of designs with and without them, and that's something I love about nail art. You can really play around and get it to suit you. Now if you are doing a blooming gel or layered nail art design, I highly recommend top coating with the Kiki London rubber top coat. Sometimes when you are playing around with blooming gel or layering up nail art, you can end up with a little bit of bumpiness to the nail, like ever so slightly. If you come in with the rubber top coat, use the floating technique to apply it to the entire nail. So I'm just applying really light feathery strokes with my brush, and it's going to float that product on. Then you're going to smooth everything out, and it's going to minimize the bumpiness that you might feel to the nail. This can happen quite a lot as well when you're doing like marble nails. And then what I will do is hold my hand upside down for around 10 seconds before I pop them into cure, and then that smooths everything out. So this is what they look like once they come out of the lamp. And as I always say, the no white rubber top coat has such a beautiful high shine to it as well, and it works brilliantly in conjunction with the rubber base for strengthening properties. Of course, we're going to finish off with some cuticle oil. I went for Sweet Peach today, which smelled absolutely divine, and it was lingering all day, which was really giving me summer vibes. And then yeah, this is the finished result. So if you have any questions, do pop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. I hope wherever you are, you're able to enjoy the sunshine this weekend. Thank you all so much for watching. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.